The city of Chester was the county seat of Delaware County for over 60 years. In 1849, the county purchased the Briggs Tract of 48 acres in Upper Providence Township. And in May of 1849, the new county seat of Media was established. 150 years ago, on Sunday, March 10, 1850, the first church service of the Media Presbyterian Church was held in Temperance Hall on the second floor above John Beatty's store in the newly created town of Media.
150 years ago, a small group of people had a fairly big vision. And I think one of the reasons that this church has continued to grow and continues to grow and be a vibrant influence in the community, which in many ways is, has countered the trends. I mean, most mainline churches that are landlocked have not grown in a steady pace during more than a half century, let alone a century and a half. And I think part of it was the vision was big.
Media Church was not, it was never a rich church. There are some churches on the main line that have always been rather wealthy churches. Media was not. But it was a neighborhood church, and people walked to church.
By the turn of the century, the population of Media had grown to 3,000. It was described as a town with more trees than inhabitants. And in all directions except eastward was an environment of forest.
And then in 1913, they built a wing for the Sunday school. And then after that, they built a new home for the pastors, tore down the old one, which was a red brick edifice east of the church itself. We had the old-fashioned setup with the pulpit up front and the minister's big chairs in the back. And our one minister, I thought, opened it up to the congregation. But there's a funny incident about the church when I was growing up. The choir was up in one corner of the sanctuary, and this one particular minister used to step down out of the pulpit and sit with the choir and sing tenor, S. Harper Leaper. The first minister I sat under, so to speak.
Our family came into this church in 1956 with my husband and 3 children. We became members of the Presbyterian Church while we lived in Manhattan, New York City, and we transferred our membership to then it was the 5th Presbyterian Church in Chester. And at that time, my children were all working on their perfect attendance buttons, and there was no transportation between Media and Chester on Sundays in those days, so we transferred our membership here to the Media Presbyterian Church. So that's where we've been ever since. When we first came here, we have been told, or we understood, that there were some members of the church who didn't like worshiping with non-whites, and they left the church. And we were also told, or we were asked rather, whether or not we would be more comfortable in one of the black churches, which would be either Methodist or Baptist here in Media. And we didn't see the need for changing our denomination just because we changed our location.